so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb, I don't get to take off.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 280, big 20. You must be drinking.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. For these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Stay 50.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield.
Let's go.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Lions.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, Stafford. James has got it. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's Ty Johnson, rookie 6th-rounder from Maryland. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check 59, Mike. Alert! 59, Mike, 59.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14.
First down, Detroit.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready? Red 80. Check. No. Watch the slant. Middle.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
36. Okay. Fourth down. Hey. Wide. Get wide. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Check 52. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devon Kennard. And there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He's not going to get me.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 47 yards on the ground. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
44, Mike, 44. Yeah, I'm going to run you over. I'm going to go. Alert flare.
From the 38, Murray. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Shift. He's checking. Swing. Slap.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. 52. Man out. Check 99. No. Off.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check, check. Press, zoom. Press, check.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
We got 4. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Switch. Spot.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down. Go. Watch the twist. Shift. Watch the shift. Check it out.
Now Murray again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Check. Lucky. Kill.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Murray stepping up. He'll try and run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
First down at the 40-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mike 40. No gain on this. Check nickel. Check 43. Joker.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hatchet. 32. Big 20.
Now Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Not today, you are. Not today. 52's the mic right here, over there, right?
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
52's the mic, boy. 52. Twist, slam. Hey, watch it. Kill. Hey. Check 49.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
It's going to be a long day. 40's up. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. D-line, get that quarterback.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Safety's creeping. Show it up, though. Check 4.
Shotgun now for Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
To throw is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 30 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run on first down. Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On first down, Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Brandon Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Drill right, 22. Check 59, right.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
10. 59. All day, dog. Hey, Delta. Check, 59. No chance. Mike,
here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Caught by Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike 40. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check 26. Check 26.
Murray now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Cardinals on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 49 yards. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Set. Get a 20.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And the Lions are going to win this game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Detroit, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.